How's it going, my friend?
You already know.
It's a little early with Ken and Karl.
Literally.
Man, I barely got that one out.
Yeah, I know, right, man? You know, just another one, man.
Yeah. So we have a special guest with us.
Yep. Special. This is my A1, my friend, partner in crime, and most importantly, my sister, Kendrea.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. This exceptionally smoky in here.
Yeah.
So I was really excited you were coming. I've wanted to have you on the podcast for a while, only because Ken said that, you know, you were going to shit on him a little bit. And if you've seen the podcast, I'm kind of all about that. So
that's his main focus, pretty much.
But I kind of want to get Ken comfortable before we start. It worked really well with Rob because then he just started dishing on himself for a while. So I kind of wanted to know a little bit about you. So I had asked, you're a nurse currently.
Yes.
Been a difficult year, I'm sure.
Yes. It's had its moments, you know, with uncertainty and unknown and what's going to happen. And I was stuck here in Georgia for a while before I traveled any other place because I didn't know how it was going to be, but I made it.
Nice.
Survived.
Yeah, it's been definitely a touchy subject. You know, I work in retail.
Yeah.
And we've had our specific challenges with certain customers, and you know, I have a specific set of beliefs as far as COVID goes. I think everybody does.
Yeah.
And most people would tell you they're pretty educated on it, even the ones that vastly disagree. But you know, I guess the biggest issue with us is the consideration. You know, it's been people just being thoughtless.
Right.
You know, and that I think has driven me more crazy than anything. Because even if I agree with your point of view, I'm trying to uphold what a company's asking us to do and what our community is asking us to do.
Right.
And instead of trying to understand or being cooperative for the sake of other people's safety, or at least they're feeling safe, you know.
Yeah.
You want to challenge and then get angry about it. No, it's been driving me crazy. So did you face a lot of that?
Yes. Not so much in the hospital. Well, the good thing about being in hospital is they shut down visitors.
Right.
So we didn't have to deal with visitors that much.
Yeah.
But just being
out
out in the public, it's like, where's your common sense, people? It's common sense.
Yeah.
And it's just unbelievable the amount of stupidity that you see with people. And it's like, you know, do you not care? Number one, when I use protection, number one I'm thinking about is myself.
Mm-hmm.
What about yourself? Number one.
Yep.
But you know, you got people that are going to do what they want to do and voice their opinions. Okay, whatever. I'm going to protect me and I'm going to do my best to protect you.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So I told you we were probably going to spoil WandaVision a little bit.
Yeah.
But the season finale just aired and I actually got to catch up this week. Eric and I sat and watched. And we had watched all of them up to the season finale and finished like Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then had to wait several days for the season finale. But it was an interesting series. And overall, I really liked it.
All right.
I have questions.
Okay.
Well, so she's pretty much an evil character through all of that, right? I mean, I understand that in that they're trying to express that she's just feeling all of this out of grief.
Right.
And that's where it stemmed from. And it's in a sense an origin story of how she gets her name, right?
Yes.
Because up till now she's just Wanda Maximoff.
Right.
And she's never referred to as the Scarlet Witch until this series, correct?
Right.
Okay. So, but I mean, essentially, she held a town hostage.
Right.
and numerous times you got to see portrayals of these people naturally cut from the string bleeding.
Yes.
Like, in a sense, it's heartbreaking. Like, holy shit. Like, you know, and I really like the Agnes character. I thought it was a really kind of interesting. Erica had a lot more questions about it as far as why and you know, but you know, by the end of it, Erica was more on Agnes's side than she was on Wanda's.
Well, I can see why, but in the sense, you got to think about it like this. For one, Wanda really was not really, she never really knew her powers, and she never understood it. I mean, her powers are limitless because her powers come from the Infinity Stone.
Right.
Then at the same time, she was just going off of pure emotions using it. And that was the key to trigger it. So, I mean, you can't really sit there and go, oh, she's this type of person, that type of person. She's really just now learning her powers.
Well, and I want to take into consideration, I mean, when we were introduced to her in this current MCU, she was with Hydra.
Yep.
And then switched to the Avengers.
Yep.
But wasn't even with the Avengers that long. And still really at none of that point did she really understand what her powers were, how to really kind of, I mean, she could utilize them.
Yeah, all she really did was either she manipulated the mind or she revealed things that they saw, like when she snuck up behind Tony Stark's in the Age of Ultron, and she actually revealed a probability of them losing to Thanos before he understood what was shown to him.
Right.
So, I mean, she's a very powerful person. And then, like, now, as you see, as it ended and the credits ended, she's basically going through that book and learning what to do with her powers. But at the same time, Agnes Harkness told her, like, you don't understand what you've done. So once again, it's still her.
Well, and it's prophesized that she destroys the world, right?
Right.
At least with the Salem Coven that she was with, that was the prophecy that they believed in.
Right.
I don't know.
I think honestly, it's gonna come to that edge, but at the same time, there's always gonna be somebody there. I think honestly, it's gonna go that way, but once again, White Vision. He's gonna be the balance of that.
So that's also interesting. I thought the way that played out, you know, the fight that ended in the conversation, was I really thought it was cool. You know, they start kind of breaking down. Well, you know, if the ship has all of its planks and stuff replaced, is it still the ship? And they're like, and if they take the other planks free of rot and put it back together, is that the ship?
Yeah. Basically, all he did was what.
And they were like, both are the ship, and neither are the ship.
All he really did was what Windows 10 does. You know, every once in a while they always do an update. You know, he touched him and it just, you seen it go yellow like the Infinity Stone. It just did an update, and then he would just let me go ahead and go somewhere and restart myself and come back. You know, but he, you know, it's a long reboot though, because he just flew off. He was just like, I'm gone. You know, sometimes you got to plug the computer and count it down, you know, before you plug it back in and reboot it.
Or
so
it'll just spin that little fucking circle.
It. It's just, you know,
goddamn motherfucker.
And it's just stuck, you know, and right now, that's where he at right now. I'm just saying. But overall, they did a great job. And like that's why I say to people, watch WandaVision. If you're going to continue to see what Marvel does within the next year, because I think the Eternals does come out this year.
Right.
You know, still watch this and before
Falcon
you go.
And Winter Soldier starts like on the 19th.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then Loki
is in May.
Yeah. So people keep watching this and enjoy what they're doing because they're setting everything up for that next phase.
Well, and I was watching some previews of Love and Thunder. Yeah. You know, some behind the scenes stuff and the costume. He's wearing the red leather jacket with the sleeves ripped off.
Yeah.
Kind of more of a classic Thor comic
they
look,
that look
in some of it. Yeah. But I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Because I really loved Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok was great. And like I said, there's something left in there. I think that it's gonna come back because Helen, I don't think she's dead. She's not. Yeah, because the way they set it up for Loki, like it's all got to work out.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll definitely see.
All right, so I'm going to change gears on you real quick. My ever-growing thirst for knowledge as far as editing and creating video content has led me to another short video clip that I get to play for everybody. So I was telling Kendrea that, you know, I wanted to do this solely just so I could try to do it, and why not make it against Ken? And this time I already have the speaker going, so. All right, here we go. People put a lot of trust in Ken Jr. 321. But do you know who he really is?
You need to learn how to arm and protect yourself, because I'm feeling fingery. I would have beat his ass up, you know, and then at the same time, you know, it's crippling. You didn't get that chance to walk.
He says crazy things to be funny, but does he mean it?
He's like the Black Ronald McDonald now. He just got a handful of beans.
And his radical thoughts on economics will send us back to the dark ages.
Trying to give you a loan or something like that. What the I'm gonna make all this money. How do you get the funding? How do you do all these other things, you know?
He doesn't know.
Down to banks, jobs, and education.
Ken Jr. 321. Too radical. Too crazy. Paid for by Karl's an asshole to bring awareness to Ken's small penis.
Jesus.
So your kung fu has brought you this far.
Oh, we're going to play this again.
If you can handle the real challenge. And subscribe here. We'll see who's the best.
Telling you, that's how it's done.
Well, yeah, you know. I mean, you know, I pretty much watching that, you know, all I can say right now, as of right now, fuck you. Fuck you. No. I'm just joking now. Seriously, no. Fuck you. No, but in general, you know, go to hell. No, but seriously, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, even though it's about me, I'm still more impressed by the editing than anything else. I mean, I just, you know, so now I'm going to have to get on my shit and return the favor, but I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to do just like you did, you know, because once again, I get messages from somebody. Oh man, shout out to Haywood. He burned you, man. You know, like I'm just like, damn. And then everybody else is laughing at the end when you say sponsor you by blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there like, really? Like, I owe you. I owe you one. I'm going to just shut down literally and just go ahead and start focusing on just mastering the editing so I can just do the same shit.
I mean, you can always bring the stuff to me and I'll help you edit it.
No. But the things I'm going to say, I'm going to be on your ass. I mean that. I'm telling you.
I can't say I didn't warn you, because I told you this was coming for a while. Not, I mean, this specifically, but just in general, the barrage of stuff. If I didn't have a day job, man, I'm telling you,
I know this was one
all day long. I'd be making hate videos about you.
This is
secretly
what you did.
the love letters. I want you to know that, right?
This is what he did. Hey, Ken, you know, I'm thinking about doing one of those smear campaign ads. Like, we should do one. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. I was like thinking this. It was like in thinking first, in process. This motherfucker just go ahead and just make one. I said, what the fuck?
You say some pretty off the wall shit.
Look here.
Like the Black Ronald McDonald, he's got a handful of beans.
Q the one who is doing the Hazie Nut. Shout out to Hazie Nut.
Oh,
please go to the website.
Yes.
Use the word literally, and you will get $6 and something off.
49 cents.
$6.49. Oh, that's right. I think we need to come up with another promo and just put like the word K ass, like Karl's ass, and that'll get like another $1 additionally or something.
Well, you know, we do have the hashtag Karl's an asshole.
Yeah, Karl's an asshole.
What was the other hashtag that we had? I can't remember.
The new one is gonna be Ken says fuck you. no, but
I really need to drop that shit because it was unfair of me in the first place. But
that's what I'm saying. He set me up. He was like,
it was such a
he did
dick
it just
move.
like he did it just like all the right people that set black people up and just, hey, remember you said you would read anything right on the show. We're going all in here.
Excuse
like,
me.
Okay, cool, no problem.
You signed the contract.
You signed the contract, you know. And all of a sudden I look, I said, oh God. And then I just did it, you know. I like I said, I don't care. I take the jokes because I can dish them out. You've heard me get cussed out many times.
Oh, yeah.
So at the same time, I kind of deserve it. So I'm just taking it in as that.
So I didn't make a promo of mine, but you have to admit, if they watch that episode, my promo was no better than the one you read.
No, because yes and no.
And neither of them were true. I mean, not that I know.
No, you should have seen it out here. Like, neither one of them are true. And he kind of leaned the cigar like, oh, I seen that shit. Yeah. Yeah. You asshole, I swear. I tell you, a damn shame, man. But either way, don't worry. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn it and just like he did me, just sneak it on in there. Well, when it snuck on in there, I just kind of looked. I'm like, what the hell, upload it now. But yeah, so don't worry, it's coming.
All right,
I owe that. I owe it.
Nice.
And then he just did it, and you ain't say shit. You ain't have my back. I'm telling you, family divided. Family divided.
No.
I don't give a damn.
We friends.
Uh-huh.
I saw you all at your family reunion with your T-shirts that matched. It's not a family divided. Trust me, my sister probably wouldn't back me up.
Why
either.
you do nothing when the white man jumped on me?
We're gonna make it about that.
I had to do it. It was just right there sitting there. If it's right there for me to say it, I have to. Regardless. That's the problem with it. Like I say outlandish shit. She do sometimes. She might sit there and play like she don't, but she do. And it all comes from my father, and it comes from his father. And then it comes from, his brother, my great uncle. Too. And it's my grandma,
Yeah.
What you say, baby? You say something? You talking that shit? I'm like, no, grandma, I ain't saying that. You better answer me. That's all that. It's all of that shit. That it all comes out, And then if you sit there, don't bullshit me, baby. Why you lying to me? You ain't got to lie. And I'm still going, Grandma, can I have that biscuit? That's all it is, though. But seriously, like, it come from family, and then being talked to crazy, and then at the same time, it's just, you kind of, it's either you develop tough skin or you just gonna get rolled over.
I think the law of averages says that you can't spend that much time with a group of people and not have fucked up shit happen.
Of course.
Like stupid stuff's gonna happen. It's just, it's like you can only drive a car so many miles until eventually you're gonna get into an accident, whether it's your fault or not.
Exactly.
Just law of averages.
Yeah. I agree.
The problem is in most cases, family's fairly permanent. So it makes it very difficult. You got to cross some serious lines to say, you know what.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, it's like it ain't like you can go, God, can you? Like, no, he way up in heaven, like, I've done my job. And that's it.
Deal with it.
And you got to deal with it, and he don't even want to deal with us. That's why he up there and we down here.
Well, and you could mess around and he could put you in the next Jackson's family. So,
hey, look, I'm gonna be a star.
At what price?
Man, look here. Might want to sit there. Oh man, he used to beat me and he used to torture me and he killed my rat named Ben. Motherfucker, you got all these millions and you complaining? Shit, Joe beat my ass so I can come up with a story. Shit. I'm telling you, I'll come back and making me a new song or some shit. Won't be Billie Jean, it'll be Mrs. Jean. Shit. She not my lover.
You did a little bit.
Huh?
With a little Superman pajamas.
Shit. Now, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, let me get settled in here. This is what I've been waiting for.
Okay, she was sitting there. She was just saying something about Superman and me in pajamas. I would literally wear like these Superman pajamas, and it had a detachable cape. Okay, and at one point I didn't want to take them off. I would always have to go to sleep with it, walk around the house with it.
I told my Batman story last week, so
and
I get
would do this, but at the same time, I also would be like in the bed sleeping. My dad would be like, sometimes have people over to the house and, boy, get up, boy. And I'd be up there with crust in my eyes and shit. Do James Brown. So I'm sitting there doing it, but I got to make sure I have my detachable cape on. So that's just like one of the stories.
James had a cape, so it's kind of in theme.
Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, the dude who just
What
recently
would have been dope is if you had did your set and then your dad came out and draped the cape over you.
Nah, he went.
And then you shook it off and went back for an encore.
He went in the
Total
biscuit
James
to do
Brown
that.
You come out just like bitch slap each one of the people.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna do James Brown, you got to go all the way.
I mean, yeah, you can do James Brown, you know, but I'm not finna do that shit. Hell no, I'm already brown. I'm gonna be black after my dad beat my ass for trying to do that shit. Yeah.
He was like what, 2-3 years old?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's one.
So, did he make you do stuff like that as well, or just Ken?
No. No, well, see, Ken loved to dance and he loved James Brown music. He loved James Brown, and
that's the best, one of the best ever.
So he was kind of asking for it. It was something he used to do.
Yeah.
So it's not like he just made this. See, because Ken likes to tell these stories like, you know, he's the victim sometimes. Like, you know, just your dad would just grab him out of bed and make him dance like James Brown for no reason at all.
No, but that happened. We sleep. And we grew up in a party house.
It's literally, that's what we did.
I mean, most were playing, some were not. Let's just say Saturday, sit at the house, doorbell ring, might be my uncles or somebody come over, have a drink, phone ring. Hey, yeah, I'm over here at Ken's house. We just watching the game, drinking a few beers. Okay, so that person who called is coming over. They're bringing other people. Then people calling them, where are you at? What you doing? Next thing you know, party.
Yeah, it's
and like
man,
they stayed ready.
That's it.
We have in the house we have a cabinet, a big cabinet over the microwave. That was a liquor cabinet.
Right.
And we'll still look up there. And there's more in the garage, but stayed ready.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, most of the time they weren't even playing.
Yeah.
It would be times where we'd be tired. My parents would put both cars in the garage.
Try to hide it.
And when they answer the door, when they answer the phone, like, shh, we tired. Need a break.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, school night.
Oh man.
2:00 in the morning. We cleaning up. Gotta go to sleep because we gotta get up 6 o'clock in the morning to go to school.
Man, it used to be crazy. But once again, like my dad is a people person,
mm-hmm.
and you know, and even in that, people would like just come by and it would turn into something. You know, like she said, the garage be down and the cars be in there, and it just like it's like almost somebody like just like had they senses like, I smell chicken from Ken's house, and they just knock on the door and it should just start over again. But
well,
it's always like that
when you're a gracious host and people know they have a good time at your house.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just start popping in. Yeah. You know, I get that. That's cool.
And my dad would sit there and literally clown and joke, and I mean, just you see people just come, and the next thing you know, at one point, it got so bad the police had to come and just like literally shut us, like literally just shut it down, like yo, y'all gotta cut it out,
right? You
know, and I'm just like shit, but yeah. So that's why I'm not like, even though I like joke with people, but I'm not really all over the place. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just, you know, I'll go gather with some people, or I'll joke with some people, and then I just next thing I'll just duck out like shit. You know, that's just what I do. But yeah, you know, but that's like that's just a piece of the story, just pieces, just here and there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know you sitting there, they're just smiling and all that, and in their head, I'm just gonna cuss you out again. Fuck you.
I want to get to Ken being dropped on his head.
Okay. Let me see. So,
because it explains a lot to me.
well, there's a 4-year difference. I'm 4 years older than him.
Okay.
So he was what? He was over 8 pounds when he was born, and he was a few weeks early.
A few weeks early and 8 pounds.
Yes. So this particular day, I think my mother, I don't know where she was, but my dad was, I remember him having on his uniform, his work uniform, and he was asleep on the floor. And so Ken was on the floor by him. I don't even know if I was supposed to be asleep or not, but I was up and I was like, sniffing like, oh, he needs to be changed. Nobody believes me. I changed him. I cleaned him up. And then we were in the living room. So he was on the floor. So I picked him up and took him over to the couch, which is it was maybe 2-3 feet away. And so I picked him up from the couch, took him back to the floor. I guess I was proud of myself for being able to do that. Look, nobody helped me. I didn't have to ask. I could pick him up. I guess I must have been told he was too big for me to carry and stuff. I'm like, no, I can do this. So I picked him up, took him back to the couch. So then I picked him up, take him back to the floor. Big head slip. Boom. So, and my dad woke up, and, Ken's crying. And he's like, what happened? What happened? I don't remember this part. This is what he said. He said that I said, he bite his finger. I guess that pissed him off. How did this boy bit his finger? He ain't got no damn teeth.
I was Gumby.
So, like I said, I don't know. I don't know how old you were. I don't think you was even 3 months old at the time.
But damn it, I was Gumby.
So, when Mom came home, he told on me. She whooped my ass.
I used to get my ass whooped a lot though. There was I would just sit there and like she would do shit, and she would tell me like, yeah, just say yeah, Mama asks about it, just say yeah, and my mom would just beat the shit out of me.
Oh, dumbass!
It just beat the shit out of me.
It wasn't my fault. I do stuff, blame it on him.
I mean, my sister used to like pick at me to the point where I would violently attack her, and then she'd cry, and I'd get in trouble.
Oh no! See,
sounds familiar.
Well, no. See, I would do that. But as he got older, I got smart. Because see, my dad would be like watching TV. So, he got bigger, start playing football. So I hit him. I take off running and go stand by daddy. Because he couldn't do shit then. He'd be pissed off because he couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand now.
It happens.
Yeah.
But then you get other stories, like when I want to say I was probably about 13. My sister was 14, maybe 12 and 13, somewhere in there. And we were up at the cottage, which was a couple hours north of Toronto. And in the wintertime, they get a decent amount of snow. We had one-piece snowsuits. And I'm out there with my sister. And all of a sudden, she starts rolling in the snow. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she said, nothing. And I said, what are you doing? And she said, I peed. And I said, what? And she goes, I peed in my snowsuit. So I'm rolling in the snow to try to get it out.
I already know where this is going.
Oh, my God.
She's going to kill me now. It's gonna kill me now, but that's all right.
You know, somebody needs to, you know. I mean, why not? Why not? You need. Just, as a matter of fact, you should fly in and just beat his ass. Just beat his ass, and then after he like laying there and jaw broken and bleeding, and you just say "I love you" and then fly back.
Yeah, she'd do it. I had to turn that off because although I was trying to keep it nice and warm in here, it was pulling.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting all the smoke was trapping in between us.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking like it was looking like
as soon as I turned it off, it started to clear out a lot. Quicker. Sorry,
it's
I'm
cool.
like, why is it like I'm hotboxing the place?
We just told you we grew up in a party house.
Oh yeah,
so it was a lot of that
smoke and everything,
everything going on.
Sure.
So we're kind of normal, you know. I mean,
yeah. Now your dad's into brownies, right?
I mean, maybe. You know.
I mean, if it's legal, I don't know if it is, I mean, wherever he is.
You know, But you know, so I in general, you know, like I said, I would do certain things, but in the day, if I was to, like right now, if I was like to just scratch her too hard and all she got to do is pick up the phone, Mom, like, can't scratch me. What? Don't make me fight there. I will beat Snoop. I will beat his ass, built an ass. That's what's gonna happen. And like that's what I would get right now.
Yeah, I would call her and say, "Can't push me."
Yeah.
What? Why do you push your sister?
Yeah.
Don't put your hands on your sister.
Yeah, like
don't make me come over there and whoop you. Like,
yeah, like I say something and it just, shit. They just say, "Hey, we go the other way," you know. But you know, and it might be the truth.
It's unfortunate that your dad doesn't watch this podcast because then he would see this and go, "Oh, all these years,
trust me,
I've been punishing the wrong child."
Trust me, when she says that she's on it, they gonna watch it. They gonna watch it, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So they wouldn't watch it for you.
My mom has watched. My mom has watched some. She's watched some, but at the same time, she kind of like fits it in with her schedule, like she works and stuff like that. So. Yeah, she watched some of them.
I don't harass any of my family to watch it. It's one of those, if you want to watch it, cool. My mom's watched a few episodes. I think my dad's watched one.
Yeah.
My sister, Danielle, watches them.
Yeah.
But most of it is, I joked with her the other night. I said, it's got to be like a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
It's 50% you're worried I'm going to say some shit about you. And then the other 50% is you're kind of hooked now and you just feel like you have to watch them. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, but my other sister, my brother, I don't, it's cool if they watch it. If they don't, I don't.
I really don't stress it because once again, even in anything that you do, everybody's not going to be for it. Or some people just don't do podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, some people who you actually think are going to be for it, you find out they're really not for it.
Mm-hmm. And
that's just some things that you try to do. I mean, and then so even your friends, you find out some friends are like, okay, they'll say that's good, blah, blah, blah. And they might not support. Then you find out where they really are for you, But all those things happen. That's in anything you do. It don't have to be particularly a podcast. It could be something like her. She don't watch all of them because at half the time, like I said, she's working,
mm-hmm.
And I get it,
I do generally like her comments though.
Yeah.
They're pretty great.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand, so.
She had actually suggested a follow-up commercial to the Pube Torch 2000.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. But no. No.
If I had had time to prepare, I would have had her read one.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. She would probably say, "No, the fuck am I gonna read it?" Yeah. That's like, hell no, you ain't finna get he had me fucked up out here in these streets. But funny. But in general, it is what it is, But hey, I take it for what it is, So like in general, like I said, I do appreciate the people who do support us, who do watch,
mm-hmm.
who do comment. I mean, that's the thing about it. Your comments, your suggestions helps us get better. So, and that's the best thing about it. I mean,
most definitely.
Yeah.
So, have you seen Coming to America?
Actually, I'm going to say this. I haven't yet, but I have heard a lot of mixed reviews. Some people have said this is Eddie Murphy's worst movie. Some people have already said like they saw the beginning of it and they thought something was funny. And I've heard really that Wesley Snipes is the one who really makes it entertaining.
It's not a great movie. I love Eddie Murphy.
Right.
And Coming to America is one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
I mean, it was in Hollywood. Even then, you were getting a lot of stale kind of, if one movie came out, there was 3 more movies like it. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're in this cycle of, well, let's just remake movies.
Mm-hmm.
Such an original concept for a movie.
Yeah.
So well done. Utilizing that, we can do all these different characters and stuff. It's a great movie.
Right.
I'd put it in my top 10 favorite comedies of all time.
Right.
And that's up with some really amazing comedies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, Erica and I watched Vampire in Brooklyn a couple weeks ago, and I would say that was a better movie than the sequel.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard mixed reviews about it. I haven't sat down yet. You stupid. I heard like mixed reviews about it, but I got to sit back and watch it, and I will do that later on tonight. But I'm kind of the person to where, it's been over 20 plus years, and you guys decide to come back and do it. And the thing about it is, the biggest thing is you have a big film like this, and how people are. They're always gonna put this one up to the original, and at the same time, it's like you can't do that because if you do that, you're gonna be mad. But also too, when I first did see the trailer, I was like, okay, Eddie. Then I started seeing all these names of other people, and I'm like, okay, y'all kind of put people in there that don't, like I said. Chemistry sometimes is okay. The original chemistry of everybody who did the first one.
I mean, everybody from the first one was pretty much in it,
right?
Like Louis Anderson was in
it.
Yeah. And it got kind of a little ridiculous. Like they were intentionally trying to include all of these people for no reason. Like why is Louis Anderson at a McDowell's in Zamunda?
I mean,
like, why?
When you get
like he hadn't even graduated to flipping burgers at the time. 30 years later, why is he in Zamunda? Like that's just so he can make a cameo. So it became one of those. As you're watching it, it's painfully obvious. I don't want to shit on the movie, but
sounds like you are.
I think because because when you say mixed reviews, I've heard like some people were like, "This is brilliant."
Yeah.
And to those people, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the movie.
Right.
I just felt it was sloppy. I felt like the plot was kind of contrived, and you could feel where it was going the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
From the beginning. And then there are just some of those things that don't make sense. Like, they portray Eddie Murphy as completely whipped. Like, and they even, like, James Earl Jones says to him, you need to find your male heir because you're going to be a weak king, and basically you're going to get murdered within the next month. They're going to assassinate you. So, you need to make sure you've got an heir. So it's like, and Lisa McDowell, who was this strong, independent woman with all these views, and she was fixing her community.
Right.
She sits idly by for 30 years, and nothing in Zamunda changes. Now, I mean, it's prospered and all that. It's great. I'm not saying, but like, he has 3 daughters.
Right.
And he's, ashamed in a sense because he doesn't have a son and no one to take over because a queen can't rule.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you're completely whipped, but she hasn't requested at any point that you just change that because your daughters, all 3 of them kick ass and they're amazing. And one of them's going to rule this, great land. And you know what I mean? Like that wasn't a conversation that ever came up. So at that point I was getting nitpicky. Because I felt it was weak, and then I started poking holes at it. And then I get to a point where I'm like just ripping it apart. And it's like,
like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but also and
I'm sorry if Eddie Murphy were ever to see this. Delirious was the first stand-up I can remember. My sister and I watched that 3 times before my dad came down and realized what we were watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I could quote every line of that to this day. I love Eddie Murphy. Tons of respect. You know, again, I hope it's successful. I hope, but
now, I honestly,
I don't know that I could sit through it again. I was just.
Well, for one, I think, you know, my thing is it's the, like I said, it's the anticipation, because for one, you know, Eddie Murphy has been gone for so long. 2, I mean, I think also as well, like, you know, a piece of him is not the same, because like when you look at movies like Norbit and these other movies, Charlie Murphy did have a hand in the writing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, him not being
Charlie
there,
Murphy was hilarious.
yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah.
Him not being there kind of maybe took this, you know, not putting his input to make this thing curve to where it should have went is, you know, another factor.
So I can see your point, but I don't want to discount the fact that Eddie Murphy to today, any appearance that he makes anywhere,
right,
when he puts it on, he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Improvising in an interview or throwing out to a crowd. You know, if he starts doing stand up again, I have no doubt he's going to crush.
He gonna murder.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want it to be like, I don't think Eddie Murphy could ever make a movie again. He's just a has been.
Right.
I think this is one of those projects that he's wanted to do for so long. But I don't know that he ever, or maybe he hasn't. Maybe it was something they just decided recently. I don't know. But, you know, it seems like it's this project that I have to have happen. And it was more important to make it than it was to really kind of find a reason to make it.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I think, like I said, it's the anticipation. And then at the same time, I mean, and even them trying to, you know, trying to top the first one or trying to get to that level. And sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes I think, you know, when you make a movie and it's a classic, don't try to make a sequel. Like, to me, even though Coming to America is one of his top, my favorite will always be Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights was a great movie.
Because the comedian cast, and the cast was just so great. But at the same time, I mean, you really can't follow up and do another one. You can't. That cast was unbelievable. I mean, you had Red Fox, you had Robin Harris, you had Charlie Murphy, who was in there, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Arsenio Hall. You had Della Reese. I mean, you had.
Well, he's always surrounded himself with fantastic people, but you know, part of that is he's brilliant, and brilliant people attract brilliant people.
Exactly.
You know, it's the same way Dave Chappelle can work with just about anybody. Because anybody goes, oh shit, yeah, I'll work with Dave. You know, Harlem Nights, he's had a lot of fantastic movies. Even when he started out, I think Harlem Nights just doesn't really, there wasn't a need for a sequel. Yeah. You know, it wasn't a story that needed a sequel. It was a time period. It was a piece.
Right. But at the same time, Coming to America, it really didn't need a sequel.
I agree.
Like
I agree. And if he could have found a way that really made sense, it needed to be told. Right. I think it would have been better.
I think he was trying to give the people what they want, you know. And my thing is, in general, I think, you know, you shouldn't come back and try to do this particular, you know, go after this particular name brand movie that you've done. I think you just go ahead and go another direction or make something else, because once again, I mean, Eddie Murphy, you can do characters, you can do anything you want to do. I mean, and no one's gonna not dislike it. I mean, everybody's gonna go, okay, let's see what he's doing different now. You know, I mean, even in this, the anticipation was like, oh snap, it's Coming to America, and you start to see some of your favorite characters, you know, the barbershop, you know, characters and all those people, and I'm like, you know, like, okay, let me see what he's gonna do, you know. The preacher, you know, and all that, you know.
There were some moments that were great in the movie. Yeah. Tracy Morgan, I guess originally Eddie had pitched as his son. Yeah. And Arsenio was giving him a hard time about, you know, how old he was. And they're like, well, maybe in the third one, Morgan Freeman can play your son.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know? So, but who also was in it? Morgan Freeman.
Oh God! See now, I'm done. I'm done.
You know, but Wesley Snipes was entertaining in it. He's
that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard.
He does the character up, and there was some funny stuff. The apparently the first betrothed wife that Eddie was supposed to marry.
Oh Lord!
She's in it. And she's still hopping on one leg and barking like a dog because he never released her from doing it.
Oh, no, see, that's funny. That's funny.
It was hilarious. And then at the end of the movie, they actually say something about it. Because, he's like, well, Wesley Snipes goes, well, thank you for releasing her. And he's like, yeah. And then you see her off to the side talking to some dude, and he says something, and she goes,
oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's good. That's good. I see. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it just because. But
no. And far be it for me to sway you from it. I'm interested in kind of hearing. I hate hearing other people's opinions of stuff sometimes because it'll sway the way I go into a movie sometimes.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys can watch it and be like, wow, Karl's an idiot.
No, I mean, because one thing about it, I just, I'm a very humorous idiot. No, an asshole.
Yeah, I thought it. You said it. Okay.
So you have watched some episodes.
Oh yeah, she has.
Yes.
I go in because I'm a little more humor minded. So I'm going to be sitting there and I'm going to take certain things in more. But at the same time, I will look at overall the story because I do like the guy who's playing the son. I was like, first thing when I first saw his name doing the trailer, I was like, who the hell is he? Like, I don't know nothing he's done. Did he? What? Was he in the back, walking in the background of a movie? Was he jumping off? Was he into like crashing into a plane or something like that? Batman or something like that in the background? I don't know who the hell he is.
The music parts to it were a little much.
Okay.
Salt and Pepper came back.
Okay.
In vogue.
So salt and pepper don't look like salt and pepper no more. They look like expired pepper. Huh?
How do I put this? Pepper actually looked pretty good.
Okay.
Salt
like she had too much salt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It was.
She got it made a feet fat, huh? The sodium. Okay.
I mean, yeah. She was.
Gladys Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it.
Gladys Knight's in it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it, because at the end of the day, I am a big fan of Eddie Murphy. That's like one of the things I've always watched him. I think, like I said, I think he's great, and even like one of my favorite episodes from Comedians and Cars and Coffee is the Eddie Murphy and Jerry Seinfeld when they sat down and they talked, and you really kind of got that. You didn't get the, hey, I'm a big star, Eddie Murphy. You got that, hey, I was just a guy who started out in comedy and I'm just giving you how I went about it,
He was hungry.
He was hungry. He was just a hungry dude.
Like he was doing clubs and sets.
Yeah. And he was just saying
like,
shit
what,
that he
16, 17 or something.
Yeah. And just saying shit that he would say right now. If me and you were in a conversation, like, that's funny. He'll go write it down and then try it,
Yeah. And he told a story on Fallon the other night about meeting Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh man.
And he was doing, I think he was at the Comedy Strip in New York or something.
Yeah.
And Rodney comes in and, bumps everybody and does his set. And as he's getting off, Eddie's like, well, hang out. I'm following you. I'd really love, for you to see my set. And so Rodney hangs out and Eddie gets off stage and he's like, oh, it's too much of the foul language. You're never going to make it. Right. So 3 years later, he's now on SNL and
killing it.
He goes somewhere and he goes to the urinal and Rodney Dangerfield's there and he goes, hey, who knew?
I like the story where Eddie Murphy sits up there and he does his brother's voice, and he was like, how he was telling him, he's like, he's like, my brother taught me into going down and doing this contest. And he was like, yeah, you should go down there and do that Stevie Wonder shit you be doing. And he went down there and did it and he won. And then from there, like pretty much like Charlie Murphy was really the one that became the push, like to make him do certain shit. So I mean,
totally see that too.
Yeah, you know how you get a little, how Charlie Murphy is with the TV.
Charlie Murphy just fucking makes me laugh, dude.
Yeah,
And you know that Prince story is 100% true.
It is 100% true.
Yeah,
There's a
because
picture.
Eddie verified that too.
They put a picture up of Charlie Murphy and Rick James like was kind of kissing him on the cheek. And Charlie Murphy has that uneasy look, like that smile, like let this motherfucker touch me one more time. I swear I'm gonna kick his ass. You know that shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
That was the greatest.
Yeah.
You know, Dave's got his name back too, right?
Yes. And they paid that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, and he was saying I'm rich, bitch. Now he's saying I'm rich, motherfucker, literally.
Well, so from what I understand, they paid him like what he was owed.
Yes.
If he didn't walk off that third season.
Yes.
Which was like 50 million, I think.
Yeah.
But also I think he has the rights now to the name Chappelle Show.
Yes.
And with that, maybe a continuation.
Didn't we just say something about leaving something that's a classic alone? I think I got sad. No. Now, here's the reason why.
But it was my favorite.
Here's the reason why, because, you know,
I can see that. I'm not going to argue with you on it. But
it's the fact of, it's like now you're not doing it because you were having fun in the moment. You're doing it because, okay, I'm doing it just because it's what they want.
Is he though? Because he's talked about it.
Right.
And he talked about it in that that speech that he gave with the whole, you know, HBO and Netflix, please stop, you know, airing my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He had mentioned, you know, they've got my name. I can't even, you know, if I, you know, I've thought about doing something, but, you know, I can't even use my name for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't call it Chappelle Show.
Yep.
So my argument would be, I wanted but didn't want Mike Tyson to fight again. I mean, how do you miss an opportunity to see one of the greatest fighters ever get back in the ring, but you don't want to see him and then think, oh, I wish I hadn't seen that.
Well,
you know.
Well, Dave hasn't. Honestly, Dave is. Yeah, he stepped out of one
Were
ring.
You disappointed with Tyson getting back in the ring?
I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. I just wish he would have knocked Roy's ass out.
So if you're talking about one of the greatest comedians of all time, if he decided he wanted to do another Chappelle Show, you don't think it would be just as fucking groundbreaking and funny as his first one?
I don't know. It's because the thing about it is, once again, the anticipation is very high.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you don't get that same energy that he brought the first time around.
I mean, you're going to get people that are going to hate. That's,
I'm saying that. I'm saying, but sometimes
I just did it to Coming to America.
But think about it too. Also, it's like kind of watching somebody do something, and you know, it's just like seeing Serena Williams playing tennis now. Even though she's been in it and she's still going, but you see that she lost a step.
Well,
that she's not.
That's a little bit different.
But no, but in general,
it's just
like comedy though. It's just like comedy. Just because, like, you know, you've done this 20 years ago, but now you're a different person now. You're not as, you might not be as sharp. You might not be as quick as you was, you know.
Well, if you got out of it,
that's what I'm saying.
But he hasn't gotten out of comedy.
He hasn't gotten out. Like I said, he hasn't gotten off that stage. But as far as in being able to go back and just be the characters in the moment, can you see him really going that way? Like, can you see him doing it? And like being, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, will it work?
I think there's an aspect to that side of the business he misses.
I mean, of course, like me, I even miss him hitting that high pitched voice and better not bring your kids. I love that shit.
You know, I think in some way he's tried to avoid being in that arena because of how badly he got screwed over with his contract. Whereas if he stays a stand-up comedian, he controls that.
Of course. I
mean,
you
know, he has the power to be able to book whatever venue he wants.
Exactly.
And know that he's instantly going to sell out.
Exactly.
You know, there were stories where he was just traveling around with his family and they would just drive to a town, and when he didn't have any more cash on him, he'd book a show somewhere, sell out,
right,
and then keep traveling. And you know, that's
Yeah.
when you have that kind of power, you can kind of call your own shots in that arena. But if you want to go back on television, or if you want to go back in the movie game, you've got to continue, because Half-Baked was a complete bomb in the theaters, right?
Yeah. But I honestly,
But cult classic movie.
exactly. But even in that,
I doubt he got paid what he should.
Yeah, but even in that, like I said, that I don't even. Yeah, it bombed because once again, a lot of people still had to catch up to the humor of Dave Chappelle. Think about it. Really think about it. If you really think about it,
I was right there.
You was right there, but I'm just saying, a lot of people had to even from his stand up, Killing Me Softly, to keep
so brilliant.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. Hey, baby. What are you doing out here? I'm selling weed, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in general. But you don't, you stupid. But
he said, yeah, they still had the roll up. Click.
Yeah.
Click.
But I'm just saying, but even then, like, you know, they had to catch up to it, you know. Even the story about you know, about Bill Burr, when he tells his story and he used to go on stage and people wasn't digging him like that, but Dave Chappelle was out there one night and seen him and was laughing his ass off, saying, hey, you're amazing, keep going, do what you're doing. It's just going to take them a while for them to catch up.
Yeah, and that's true.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
But I would also say that Bill Burr's success also came from a level of confidence from grinding it out in uncomfortable situations.
Right.
So Bill Burr's motto was always, I didn't want to just play to a certain set of crowd.
Exactly.
So you'll find local comedians are very much, yeah, well, what's going on with the varsity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, no one in Wisconsin knows what the fuck the varsity is.
No one.
And so, you know, if you're traveling, you can't be specific like that.
Right.
So when you're traveling, you can hit certain clubs, right?
Yeah.
And Bill Burr would see these comedians that would get into these trends of going to certain clubs, white comedians going to very white areas for the white clubs, and playing to that crowd. And Bill Burr was like, if I want to be really great, I want to transcend that. Richard Pryor didn't just play to black audiences.
No, he went everywhere.
Richard Pryor was famous because George Carlin didn't play to just white audiences. And no matter what the situation, Robin Williams, you think of any of the greats, they didn't worry about, you know, having this specific genre. Whereas, you know, when you get specifics, like Patton Oswalt has a very specific crowd. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Great comedian.
Yeah, he's
but very specific crowd.
Yeah.
So Bill Burr would hit all of those, you know, city joints and the typically black crowds. Yeah. And work those to try to gain some sort of understanding of how to be able to translate to everybody. If I kill here, can I bring that now to a white crowd and still kill?
Exactly.
And, you know, he would see a lot of people doing white guys do this and black guys do this. Right. And he wanted to stay away from those things. And having Patrice as a best friend and mentor in a sense, I think helped him out with that a lot too. Yeah. But Bill's fantastic. He's still one of my favorites.
I mean, even like Red Fox, even he did that. Even when he went out there and he tried to do a set that wasn't him, they actually made him get back out there and go, no, do your show, you know, and the crowd loved it. And after that, he was running. Yeah. You know, stuff, man.
So you've been awful quiet over there.
I told you.
Speak.
See, and I told you I could have fixed that.
Speak. Say some shit. Say some shit. Say something. Shit. Speak.
You know, it's funny too because I don't drink very often, but I've thought about getting drunk on a podcast before.
Oh man.
Well, when you do, let me know. Invite me back.
See, but
it'll be interesting.
I got all kinds of stuff upstairs. We could have hooked this up.
See. Look here. I have nothing to do with that. See, I drink water, and I'm fine.
And I also believe. See, Ken. Let me see. What you were in? What high school? We dared him to drink a wine cooler. Yeah. So he drunk it down. Everybody was like waiting for something to happen. I was like, ain't shit gonna happen. He too damn big. Right. So he was just like, something's supposed to happen. So
They were hoping he had zero tolerance.
yeah,
Man,
but
I mean, it's
no.
been times where people are like, man, drink this, or smoke this. If you smoke this right here, I will give you all this weed. I'm just like, no, because I don't really do nothing. Like, I don't like it. Just never.
And so why would, if you didn't, smoking it, and then now you'd have all this other weed you'd have to smoke.
Yeah, I don't know. They just, they were going to give it to the money they were going to make off of it, but in general.
So they were going to try to get you slanging dope. Is that it?
Yeah. Thug life. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just playing. But in general. No, I'm serious. But I'm just.
You would have ended up like Chris Rock in New Jack City.
Oh, they just keep calling me. I'm just saying, but in general, like, I mean, like, so say, like, we come from a very small town where there ain't nothing to do, and it's not that many opportunities there. So, and at the same time, you got a lot of people who try to sell. And the dumbest thing is it's like them being McDonald's. They're like on every corner trying to do the same shit as the other person and thinking they're gonna get different results.
You think that's any different? It's almost everywhere now.
Yeah, I'm saying it is now. I mean, pretty much. But the thing about it is, when it's a small town, ain't nothing to do. Like nothing.
Yeah, but there's
like Titusville is referred to. Even they say it down there. It's just, we in Tiredville.
tired assville.
Tired assville.
So in big cities, they would, they still have drug problems, but there's plenty of stuff to do.
Exactly. There's plenty to do, but at the
maybe
same
it's
time,
just drugs are really great.
I mean, it depends on whatever it is.
I mean, have you ever had like somebody that did heroin that said like, man, that was really terrible? I'm not doing heroin. I'm just saying. There's got to be a reason everybody keeps doing it.
If that's what you're going to do with your life, that's your life. I mean, I'm just saying,
Hey, when I retire, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. But
for now, I'll just stick to the hot tub and cigars.
I understand.
Oh, yeah, the hot tub.
Oh, man. I seen it sitting out there. I was like, man, he really got the hot tub.
Well, you said you were going to pick it up and move it for me after the podcast, right?
I mean, you're going to help me? Shit.
It's only 427 pounds. You can bench that, right?
Anyway, so what you were saying?
I got somebody coming, a professional, to come take it tomorrow and bring it around back. Yeah. It's sitting in the middle of my driveway at the moment.
Yeah, it's just sitting up there and just sitting there. And I know you like want to hop in it and just like sit in it with no water.
Balling.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I already know Tango will like kind of jump in. I already know it. It's
I don't
coming.
think so. He's not a big fan of water. Yeah, bathing him has been a chore. Yeah.
I mean, when you showed me that video of him running full speed and jumping to the leaves, that was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Because he hit that thing hard. I was like, damn.
I'm telling you, the best is the snoring video that I sent you.
Man.
I might have to like do like a split and put that in, because
he was snoring like
adorable.
He was snoring like a grown ass man. Just I was like, what the fuck?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, she hasn't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. It's like your 3-year-old baby.
He is. Hold on a sec. I'm going to get the audio here real quick. His lip flaps.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I did see it, but I didn't have the sound turned up. Wow.
And he's totally oblivious to it. He just sleeps through it.
Don't that sound like somebody who used to be sleeping in the chair when you were growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Just like your daddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's so
That's
funny.
one person I know would sleep. And it showed his head back with a toothpick in his mouth and would not swallow it.
My dad said this sometimes my
that would terrify me.
Oh, no, he'd be like this, knocked out.
And it'd be sitting like
toothpick sit right there, would not swallow it.
Did you bring cookies?
Oh, you brought the crack.
Hi, Erica. This is Kendrea.
Yeah,
Hi,
this is
nice
my
to
sister.
meet you.
Oh my God, yes. Is that what I think it is?
You didn't want to come on in and get on camera?
God.
I'm gonna make you do a podcast with me. I'll make you.
How come she gets away? But I don't think I'm.
No, is that what I think this is? Is this
These are the Heath ones.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is good shit right here.
The last time I brought Heath cookies out, it was a really great editing opportunity for me to like, every time I was talking and he would take a bite, I would switch to his camera in the edit. And so you're just sitting there watching him eat cookies.
And that's why I passed you that damn plate. You won't sit here and watch me. I saw that episode too.
I'm a real bastard.
I mean, he is a good asshole, and he might slow this shit down. Just me sitting there going, oh.
You'll
Now
be careful
because you just did it for me.
And you'll be careful because your little beard getting thick and might
catch
leave
all
some
them crumbs.
and shit in there.
I don't give a damn. This is good.
Your two-tone hair.
I want this recipe. I do. I want it. Like, so when I'm old and I'm ready to see God, bring on the diabetes right there. That's what I'm talking about.
You're gonna wait. I don't think you can have diabetes once you get to the point of meeting God. At least I would hope you don't get to heaven and you're like, oh, by the way, you now have diabetes.
God, I'm gonna have cookies and just get there quicker.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And they just fresh too. They just
Yeah, she just made them.
oh man. Shit.
Well, see, we watched Batman Begins a few nights ago. And then we watched Dark Knight last night. And then tonight we're watching. Give it to me.
Come to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. Peace hath wakened your strength. Victory has defeated you. I mean, I love that.
Yep.
I love it.
So Erica said she was going to make some cookies.
Oh man, that's the shit.
I have a wonderful, wonderful wife. She's amazing.
I don't know why she is so nice to an asshole.
Because I'm an asshole to other people.
Huh?
I'm an asshole to other people.
Nah,
I'm not an asshole to her.
I don't understand it. I don't. If I were her, I would just hit you in the balls every night.
Let me bring you back to last week. So at the end of last week's podcast, what did I do?
I can't remember because it all clashes together.
I embarrassed myself thoroughly by playing a song
That's right,
that I sang a cappella for her amusement.
Yes,
and let me tell you something.
The background's funny as shit, though.
Yeah, and the horns. When she watched it, she was crying, laughing. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, of course you're gonna be nice because you just made an ass out of yourself for her. So that's how you get points like that. I mean, good job. Stay in the good graces. I understand.
I cherish her.
Okay. Now you're kissing the ass. All right.
No. No.
It's a mic, not an ass. You have to say that. I just want to let you know. Yeah.
You know she has your number, right?
Oh, I already know.
Yeah. Most of the time when we're watching the episode, she picks her phone up. I'm like, "Are you texting Ken?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh shit."
And I'm reading it. And I sometimes text back, and then she'll say something real slick. She says, "We're all assholes here," and I just go, "Agreed." Yeah. Yep. But that's a great relationship to have, though.
Yep.
It really is. And rather than people sitting there and trying to be like, "Hey, I'm a husband, so I'm going to act this way." No, be your own. That's how you do it. That's how marriages last. Rather than try to sit there and play marriage. That's the difference.
That's true.
And that's coming from an asshole. No, stop. But
little throwback to the earlier episodes.
Yeah,
you can hear Tango.
No, I mean,
going crazy in the background.
Of course, because he barking like, "Yo, who the hell is down there?" And then plus, like, "Yo, you just gave away the Heath cookies. I want one."
Yeah, so, I would say it's probably the Heath cookies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He can't have those though. It's chocolate.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I am so glad that you got to come out, and now that I know, I will find out what you drink, and the next time you come out, we'll be ready.
And it will be totally different.
I'm sure.
Oh no!
I'm sure.
Yeah. When that happens, I'm gonna be right here on the other side. It's gonna be an empty chair right there.
You're gonna be right here, just like you're supposed to be.
No, hell no! No, the hell I ain't.
Oh yes, you will.
The times you got drunk.
I'm like,
Because remember that time you we were young and you got drunk and you was at Lisa's house and you was like all over the driveway and shit and then falling all over the side. Yeah. That shit there.
Oh, you're talking about when I forgot to pick you up from the fair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, there was the fair was in town, so he wanted to go to the fair, and I went to my cousin's house. Well, got to drinking, so I couldn't pick him up. And hell, honestly, shit, I forgot about you.
Man, I rode all the damn rides, and people I knew were leaving, and then
he was like, and then one of my other cousins when they picked him up, cause the next day they was telling about it. They said I started crying because I said Ken had to swim across the river to get home because he ain't have no ride.
She was drunk.
That's when I told him to go pick him up. I said, somebody go get him. I said, because he have to swim to get home.
And mind you, y'all, I never really learned how to swim.
Oh, you know what? There is a videotape. One of our family members has it. See, our dad got we had that camcorder.
Mm-hmm.
And he was filming everything. Man, so swimming lessons got filmed. You know, I could dive, you know, backstroke, everything. This one here, swim lessons 6 damn times. All that money they spent on you. Can't even damn doggy paddle.
If you can get me a copy of that, I can digitize it.
I wish I could. I've been looking for it for years.
Honestly, the main one we really looking for is my 6-year-old birthday party.
Oh, and then he went through the phase. You know, he went through the Superman phase. We thought it was Superman. And then when he was about 5 or 6, he thought it was a damn Ninja Turtle.
He references the turtles quite a bit. He
had a birthday party, and we had a big banner made. It said Cowabunga.
Did you think you were Michelangelo?
Oh, yes. That's the one.
Fuck.
And oh no, I ain't done. So
running around with little nunchucks.
Oh,
he did have nunchucks made.
I'm sure.
Yes, he was pretty good with it now, because you know we did karate and stuff, so that also added to the Ninja Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
She broke a board before I did.
He was talented as a kid. You know, a lot of kids, you know, get little action figures and toys, and so Ken didn't necessarily get the ones he wanted, so he got creative. So what he would do is, like, little commercials come on for the toys, he'd get the VCR, he'd record the commercial so that he could pause it, and he would draw all the damn Ninja Turtles, all that damn weapons, everything. He had like a pencil box of his paper people. This bitch had all the toys. He was sitting there playing with paper people.
All right.
And shit. I'd have Barbie fighting Paper Michelangelo. But I tell you, like I said,
it's
true. But he had all 4 Ninja Turtles, Splinter, Toka, Raza, all them bitches. He drew them all, colored them.
Now this is
perfect.
Worse than the smearing campaign.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Oh man.
So
I think I'm making a paper Michelangelo for the set.
He did shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was very creative. Like he's always been into electronics and stuff.
Yep.
I remember one time my TV stopped working. So I came home from school one day. I think I had like basketball practice or something. Go in my room. He's in my room. He had done took my TV apart. It's all over the room. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to fix the TV. I'm like, no, the hell you ain't. What you doing? You don't know what you're doing. He put it all back together. TV comes on. Don't know how the hell he knew how to do that. So went to my grandma's house.
Oh man.
And she had a VCR.
Man.
And he fixed the VCR, and Grandma was so happy.
I told Grandma I fixed it, and she said, "Well, bring me my shit back." And she was, I just looked at her. She was like, "Baby, I'm just bullshitting. You can keep it." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, Grandma." Can I have a biscuit? That was it.
What's with you and biscuits?
Cause my grandma, my
Oh, man.
grandma biscuits was the shit.
If you had some of grandma's biscuits,
Oh man,
Really
it
good.
was the shit.
yeah.
Okay.
It was her biscuits, her sweet potato pie was the shit, and dressing, but it was the shit. And now, the family members out, out of all her daughters and son, no one got the recipe for the shit.
What you talking about? I know how to make a cornbread and hot dressing.
I'm talking about the sweet potato pie.
Oh,
Fuck what you heard.
I don't eat that,
Shit.
so I don't care about that.
But anyway, so I just had to get that out. That was my spirit.
Well, one of the things that you and I would talk about frequently was, computers and programming
All
and
the time.
kind of different stuff. So that was one of the first things. And then it was, oh shit, you're into Marvel, you're into Star Wars, you're into blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then
that's how this happened.
I started pretending like I was a hip hop aficionado and
but hip hop though, it. So it's not like you was pretending at all. No, there's no pretending. No, you actually,
I've seen a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this has been really, really cool.
Yeah.
If those are the stories I get when you're sober, we're gonna have to schedule it.
I was telling him I wish I had because it was kind of a spur of a moment, and I had like a lot of stuff to do. But if I had the opportunity to go get this poem I wrote,
Oh God.
when he moved out, I heard a poem
Okay.
for him. Gotta find that poem.
Okay. All right. That and we have to find that video somehow.
Oh God. Yeah.
Do you flail around a lot in the water?
I honestly don't remember. I
Oh,
don't
I-
remember.
You know what I do remember? After those 10 swimming lessons, remember Dad had a coworker that had a pool party we went to.
We can tell about that one. Yeah.
So my sister, who's
Tasha, shout out.
she's 3 years older than me, so 7 years older than Ken.
Okay.
So this pool was I think the deepest was 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was towards the end, and my sister throws Ken on the deep end in the middle of the pool.
My
And
dad's
this fool had to go save his ass. All them damn swimming lessons, boy, you still good, man. He just sitting there.
And my dad, swim, boy, swim. And then he just see me going on there. I heard, oh, shit. And that's I heard.
That was your moment to prove that money was worth it. You blew all that damn money.
And he just went back to regular, just drinking with everybody else. And shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was it.
Let me see. He wasted swim money.
So what's
What
the
else?
deal with that, Cobra Kai?
You know what? I don't know what the problem was with that, but
He liked karate though.
it was.
I
just
do
couldn't get
you
it.
just not float?
I just think honestly, it just didn't click in that moment.
I think he was afraid of the water. He didn't like to he didn't like to go underwater.
I never like going underwater. Like the fact of it, just I don't know that nose when it water gets in your nose, that uneasy feeling and stuff. I just go, right there, I just lose it.
Don't breathe in.
Don't breathe in. Yeah,
That's the best advice I can give you for being underwater. Don't breathe in.
and
Really never works out. I don't know anyone that's been successful at that.
that is so knowledgeable of you. I
know a
never
couple.
knew that. I
That
never
have breathed in and it worked out
Yeah.
well for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, been in the hospital, ICU, and intubated and everything.
Yeah, that's not working out well.
Yeah. No, but they
you know.
recover.
That's surviving,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
but that's not always great.
No, it's not. But I've seen it.
Thanks for the fuck you I owe you. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so
I think my next video might be like a spoof of you in the water and me having to come save you in like a
you know what?
Baywatch outfit or something.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You know what it's gonna be, and guess what you're gonna
Just
do?
man boobs just shaking as I'm
Oh,
running down the
God.
beach.
And you know what the best scene to use
Slow motion.
of me drowning is Robin Hood Men in Tights when Lil Jon got pushed and he was
Just
sitting there,
flailing in
his
"Oh,
little
I
creek."
can't swim. And I'm just sitting up there, just put my face and I'd be there like this and scared and shit. Yeah, You can do that. Yeah, I find it funny. Yeah. Well, I've said enough.
If you don't pay no toll, you can't eat no rolls.
Oh my God.
And on that, you got anything for the folks at home?
We thank you all for watching. Please comment, subscribe, share, tell somebody. Most importantly, you know, like I said, we appreciate all comments, good, bad, and like I said, keep on watching. It's getting better and better.
Yeah. Kendrea, anything you want to say to anybody? Shout outs, anything?
No, but next time we'll be better.
Next time we'll be drunk.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm taking that ride with you.
Oh,
All
shit.
right. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Good night.